We have made it to day 26. Day 26. And today is a little bit of a, well, I want to say a little bit of a different thing, but it's not, because I am a little all over the place. Give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I wasn't sure what my topic was even going to be today, because I started the day off very, I don't want to say triggered, because it wasn't triggered. It was old fear. Old fear. Basically, it was a day of releasing. It was old limiting beliefs. It was old fear. It was old abandonment wounds. It was old neglect wounds. Because the course and path that I'm needing to take and taking in my life is bringing positive change. Remember how I said when you walk away or you drop the dead weight, you let it go and you set those boundaries and you follow them, right? Like you pay attention to the patterns and everything and you make decisions. Well, I have decided that I'm not going back to repeating any cycles that I've already gone through. I've already gone through them. I've already learned from them. I've already lived them. It is time to continue moving forward, continue living forward. And because I have made those decisions and I have made those steps and I have stuck true to them, meaning I have stayed true to myself, I've stayed true to my boundaries, and I am walking the talk and talking the walk. Because remember, words and actions have to match to create a pattern, a healthy pattern. There have been things that have left my life. There have been things that I have released from my life. There are things that I have been like, you know what? Go ahead and go. Because it no longer serves me and it no longer is here to protect me and my well-being. Better things come in. A lot of you know that I went through the biggest hell of my life last year. Fighting to exist, fighting to be seen, fighting to be heard, fighting to be understood, fighting for patience, fighting for forgiveness, fighting for grace and patience and all that. I know I said some of those twice. So a lot of things had to be broken down so that the pieces that were supposed to be rebuilt up could be rebuilt up. And sometimes it does take time and effort. You can't just say, well, time healed. No. Just time doesn't heal anything. It doesn't heal shit. Time and effort. Time and the effort that you are willing to put in. Time and the effort that the other people are willing to put in. That is what heals. It's not just time. Because if you wait it out, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's just like a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. Yeah, it'll feel better. But once you remove that Band-Aid, you're gonna realize just how infected that wound really is. And you're going to have to clean it all the way out for it to heal properly. You're gonna have to do it. You have to do it. If you want to get better, if you want to evolve, if you want to find the true version of yourself and not be stuck anymore, you have to stay true to yourself. You have to stay firm in your boundaries. You cannot be wishy-washy in your boundaries. That is what keeps you stuck. That is what keeps the abundance and the things that you want and need over there on the other side of the fence. That is what makes it seem like the grass is greener on the other side. grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you take care of it, where you tend to it, you mend to it, you do what you need to do. And sometimes we're sick. Sometimes we're sick. But when you heal and get better, you see clearer. You get clarity. You get clarity. You find your true heart space. And trust me, that gets muddy. That gets muddy. You're going to feel like you're puking from your heart. You're going to feel like you need to puke. And sometimes you actually do, depending on where you are in your healing journey and what it is exactly that you are healing from and how far along you are in that healing that specific wound. But it's going to feel like you're puking from your heart. It's going to feel like a heart attack. It is. It is physically going to feel like a heart attack, but it doesn't actually go into that heart attack, like that cardiac arrest. You just got to remember to breathe, shake your body around, fall into it. The more you fall into it and you allow it to happen in whatever way you need it to, so make sure you're in a safe environment, let it out. Do not swallow that back down. Do not push that back down. No. Now, if you need to hold on to it for a minute to get to that safe environment to let it out, okay, cool. But don't you dare take it and keep it and no, it's not yours. Let it go. It's trying to come out for a reason. Sticking true to your boundaries lets you do this. When you have given someone chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, you're doing it to yourself at that point. You are doing it to yourself at that point. And you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. I don't deserve that either. Let's not do that no more. Okay? Let's not do that no more. When it gets hard, do it because it's hard. Because the more you do the hard things, the less often you have to do them. The less painful it is. And now I say less painful. It's still going to hurt. But the more you do it, the less painful it will be. The more joy you will be, or the more joy you will have when you do it. Yeah, it's going to hurt at first. You're going to cry. You're going to get mad. You will get angry, pissed off, heartbroken, whatever. I don't know all of the words. Because remember, I'm speaking from experience as well. It will hurt. But the more that you do it, the less hurtful it is. So you might as well start now. Because if you're here, it means you're either ready, you're already doing it, or you're almost ready and you just need that little kickstart. Because if you see my face, it means you're ready to hear the truth. It means you are ready to hear what you need to hear, and you're not searching any longer for what you want to hear. You're ready for that blunt, honest truth that I like to give. Because that's me. I am blunt. I am honest. I'm direct. My natural default voice sounds rude as shit, even though it's not. It's not. Because I now know I am not for everybody, which probably means you're not for everybody either. Don't let that affect you. We are over here learning life lessons about ourselves. It does not matter what anybody else on the outside of our bodies thinks, feels, acts, says, or does when it comes to us. If we know that we are being true to ourselves, like I said, if it's up here, it's in here, and it's in your gut, if all three of those are on the same page and someone else has a problem with it, well, guess what? They're benefiting from it. They can get something out of it if you don't have those boundaries. If you aren't speaking that truth, they can get something from you. You know what that's called? Supply. And you know what we are not anymore? We are not supply for nobody. We are not supply for nobody. The people in my life are the people that want to be there. The people in my life support me and what I am doing. They know who I am, they know where I came from, and they know how hard it took me to get to where I am right now. So that probably means that you're along the same lines, if I was to guess. Because I am not for everybody. I am not for everybody. I am not your tea party sipping, sugar coating anything. Nope. Nope. So stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself, because I have found out, and it's so crazy because, well, it's not crazy, but I don't really know another word for it right now. It's amazing. And I was told that someone was going to be coming back into my life that loved me, cared about me, missed me, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. I believe it. I don't know who it is, but okay, cool. I didn't even have a name that popped up. I had no idea. And I was like, okay, cool. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, I'm not going to sit here and wait for it. I'm not going to sit here and hold my breath and be like, oh, is it so-and-so? Oh, is it that person? Oh, is it? No, I just continued living life. I said, okay, cool. If I figure it out, I figure it out. And I woke up this morning to a message. On my phone. A message I did not expect. From a person I did not expect to hear from ever again. I didn't. I did not. And we talked for a little bit. And then we hung out for the day. They helped me with some things. I helped them with some things. We talked. We were vulnerable with each other. And it was great. Now, I would not have been able to do that if I did not stay true to myself, if I did not stay true to my boundaries, and if I did not release the things that were not for me. This path that I'm walking, this journey that I'm on, the things that I get to do now, granted, they might not be a lot to some people, but for me, they are big, big things. And I would not have been able to get here if it weren't for doing these steps, for doing these things. Did I get a little distracted and lost along the way? Yep. And I learned from them. And that's now why I'm here speaking to you. I'm now speaking to you. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. Leading by example so that you do not have to take the harder way. Yeah, do the right thing, even when it's hard. That's what gets you there faster, with more ease. Because the more hard things you do, because it's the right thing, the quicker you will find yourself just cruising on by. Because now I love life. I've created my own freedom. I've created my own safety. I love myself, flaws and all. I'm proud of myself, and it's not egotistical. I'm just proud of myself, and I have forgiven myself for acting out of character, making decisions because of others around me, making decisions on what I was told and how I felt I needed to be. I'm living life for me now. I'm doing what's right for me. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. And because I got out, I'm no longer the scapegoat. I went from surviving as the scapegoat to thriving as me. Because now I don't have to fight for my truth to be told. I don't have to fight for my truth to be heard. I'm just going to speak it in the best way I know how. And if someone don't like it, and they don't agree with it, or they don't believe it, okay, cool. You're just showing me that you're not for me. There's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. It just means, hey, the door is wide open. I wish you the best on your endeavors. I'm just not interested in having a relationship with you. Sometimes it's, I just want nothing to do with you. No hatred, no ill will, no ill intentions. Just, no thank you. No thank you. It takes paying attention and making those right decisions to free up space in your life, in your energy, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, so that the things you want and need can find you. So that the people that are meant for you can find their words and come back to you. Or that they can find words to introduce themselves to you. Do you see how these things match up and line up? And how they're kind of like stepping stones? I know this one's kind of a little bit all over the place, but I'm just filled with so much gratitude and thankfulness, because this is a big week for me. And I knew I wanted to be here. I just didn't know that I was actually going to get here. I really didn't. So let me be here to tell you that you can do it. You can bust out of that box that you were put into. You can burn it to the ground. You do not belong in that box. You do not belong in that closet. You do not belong in that coffin. You are not dead yet. If you can put your hand over your heart and feel it beating, you can blink your eyes. You can take in a breath. You can do it. You can do it. And I believe in you. I know you can, no matter how hard it is. Just take that first step and see what happens. And then take that next step. See what happens. You can do it. You. Because if I can do it, you can do it. And no, that is not comparing. That's saying, hey, come work with me. Let me work with you. Let me help you. Because if you can't believe in yourself, I'll believe in you for you. Until you can believe in yourself on your own. Because sometimes we need that help. Sometimes we need someone who sees us, believes in us, and can push us a little bit when we can't do that ourselves. Sometimes we need someone on the external side to get us to see it, to get us to do it. And then once you practice it long enough, it becomes subconscious. It only has to stay conscious until you figure it out, until you learn it. And then it becomes a habit. And that's how you unprogram what's been programmed and reprogram it to you. And I swear, I promise, it is that easy. And I know you're thinking, Sundae, that sounds hard. It will be hard at first. It will be hard. I'm not here to tell you that it won't be hard. The more you do it, the less hard it gets. Don't be twisting my words. Because you can do it. And I believe in you. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to leave you on that note. Because it's going to be a good day, good night. You can do it. I believe in you. Yes, I do. Hey, 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 hey. I love you.